There's a special pattern for Magearna if you can catch all 1025 Pokemon to complete your Pokemon Home Pokedex. I set myself on a goal to catch them all, and here's how it happened. It is currently Saturday, May 11th, 2024. The reason why I'm saying the date is because this challenge is gonna take me months or even years. The challenge that we're doing is we are going to be completing the Pokemon Home Pokedex. There is a total of 1024 Pokemon at the time I'm recording the start of this. Currently, I have 320 out of the 1024, so we're like a quarter way done. And I could definitely move a lot of stuff around. For example, Gen 1, I could finish it all right now if I move everything from Let's Go Pikachu into Pokemon Home. Same for Gen 4, 8, and 9. I finished all of those dexes in their games. I think the hardest is 100% going to be mythical Pokemon. There's just a ton of mythical Pokemon that have never been released before, or the only way to get them was through a mystery gift limited time event or something along the lines of that. I think the only way to get mythicals would most likely be Pokemon Go transfers, but we'll get to that point later on. I mean, to start, I could go ahead and put all of my Pokemon from the Pokemon games that I own into Home just to see how much I could finish. I started off by transferring all the Pokemon I already had from my Switch games and 3DS games. And after transferring, we had 843 Pokemon registered to the Dex, and it was time to start grinding. I started off by doing egg hatches for Pokemon that I only had the final evolutions for, and for some I had to do evolutions to get the mid-tier stage as well, and there was a lot of eggs. Then I went on Scarlet and I traded away my Koraidon for a Miraidon and got the Gen 9 legendaries in my decks. I should also mention that a lot of the footage got corrupted when recording this video, and the footage that got corrupted was just me getting a bunch of mythicals and legendaries from Pokemon Go and sending them over to Pokemon Home. I ended up getting Hoopa, Diancie, Meloetta, Celebi, Marshadow, and Genesect from this. I think that's it. Oh, and Darkrai. So I ended up getting all of those mythicals through Pokemon Go. I also asked my Discord to help with some trades, which you can join in the link in the description if you're not in the server yet. I want to give a shout out to Blue for trading me a shiny Zora Era because I missed this mystery gift event in Sword Shield. Big shout out to you, Blue. Shout out to Akari for trading me a Phione in Legends Arceus. And shout out to Wild for trading me most of the Violet Paradox Pokemon exclusives. The footage for that got corrupted. Sorry, Wild. At this rate, we were gonna finish super quickly, but then I kind of forgot about the Home Dex video and started working on some other stuff instead, and this would last 5 months. All right, so it's been a little while since I've worked on the Home Dex. It's been so long that I have a man bun now. So we're now on 991 Pokemon, and pretty much all I need left are these Gen 5 legendaries plus this mythical. Volcanion, which is probably going to be the hardest one, all the Tapus as well as Lunala and Poipole, and a lot of the Sword Shield DLCs and Scarlet Violet DLCs. So we're not far away from finishing this dex. If you understood that correctly, all I had to do at this point was just play through the entire storyline of the Sword Shield DLCs and the Scarlet Violet DLCs. By doing this, I was able to get majority of the Pokemon I was missing. I started off by beating the Blueberry Academy Elite Four, so I could go down to the cave and get Terapagos. I'm horrible at Pokemon names. So bad at it. Oh my god. In the Scarlet Violet DLC, I was also able to get some of the legendaries I was missing. But I quickly realized that the Tapus are not in Scarlet Violet and I still needed them. So I quickly hopped on Pokemon Go and sent over the Tapus plus a Lunala because I still needed that too. And finished up all the legendaries in Gen 7. Then I went to the Fury Falls to catch a Cubfu because I originally evolved my Cubfu into Urshifu years ago without realizing that I would do this someday. So thank God Cubfu was in Scarlet Violet. At Glaciado Gym, we caught Glastier. I'm really gonna get flamed in the comments for Pokemon pronunciation. I'm dyslexic, by the way. cut me some slack. Then I caught Spectier right after. In the DLC, they added new evolutions to older Pokemon, specifically Pokemon from Gen 8, and I needed to get them for new dex entries. So I started by buying a syrup apple at this vending machine in Kitakami to evolve Applin into Driplin, then Hydrapple, which looks so sick shiny by the way. Then I had to catch a Poltergeist to evolve it into Sinistcha. Then I had to catch arguably the worst legendary trio in Pokemon history, Okidogi, Munkidori, and Fezandipiti. Even their names just sound so brain rot. I wonder if Fezandipiti is Skibbity. Can't believe I just said that. I hate these legendaries so much. After catching them, I evolved a Duraludon into a Archaludon. After doing the side quest to get Blood Moon Ursaluna, I was able to go into Area 0 to get Raging Bolt and Gouging Fire. I then went into the Pokemon Home app on my phone and went to GTS Trade and traded away my Gouging Fire for an Iron Crown, then traded away my Raging Bolt for an Iron Boulder, then traded away that Iron Boulder for an Iron Leaves. Stonks. And the only Paradox Pokemon I was missing that was a Violet exclusive was Iron Thorns, and I managed to find someone asking for a Slowking. So we just ticked that off the box too. Alright, I finished the DLC for Scarlet Violet. We're now 1,014 out of 1,025. So for Scarlet Violet, all I need really is just Walking Wake. Walking Wake and Iron Leaves were a limited time, so they're gonna be tough to find. So that leaves Scarlet Violet completely finished except for Walking Wake. So now all that's left besides Walking Wake is just to play through the Sword and Shield DLC. I'll get myself both Regieleki and Drago from these DLCs, as well as this mythical that I don't know the name of. Poipole, you could get it in the Sword Shield DLC by beating every single Ultra Beast in Dynamax Adventures, but again, I'm trying to shiny hunt those for a future video, so I'm gonna have to find another way to get Poipole. Volcanion, I absolutely have to do this through trading. There's no possible way of getting Volcanion to date legitimately. And then Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion, all three of those I could have gotten them in the Scarlet Violet DLCs, but I figured I might as well do them in Sword Shield, because to get Keldeo I need to get Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. So there's no point of spending time catching them in Scarlet Violet if I have to do it in Sword Shield to get Keldeo. We're almost done. We are almost done. Jumping into the Sword and Shield DLCs now. The DLCs just start off by giving you a Calyrex, so thank you Game Freak for that. For Regieleki and Regidrago, we had to get Regice, Regirock, and Registeel to get either Regieleki or Regidrago, depending which version of the game you're playing. And I'm playing Pokemon Shield, so I got Regieleki. I then went back into GTS on my Pokemon Home app and traded that Regieleki away for Regidrago. Now it's time for Virizion, Terrakion, and Cobalion, which are very easy to get, but really annoying. You have to find 100 footsteps of each legendary depending which area they spawn in on the map. After catching all three of them, you're able to get Keldeo. Alright, so at this point, I finished the Sword Shield DLC, and now I'm just gonna send over all the stuff that I got. Alright, we are now 1,021 out of 1,024. Well, technically, there's one more Pokemon, Pecharunt. I don't know if it's in the home dex or not. I'm probably still gonna get it, but it doesn't show it in the home dex. So yep, you heard that right. Pecharunt is not mandatory to complete the Pokemon home dex and get the special Magearna, but I wanted to get it anyway so I can say that I caught them all. Now here's where we stand. Gen 6, we're only missing Volcanion. Gen 7, we're only missing Poipole, and Gen 9, we're only missing Walking Wake. So that's 3 Pokemon. How am I gonna get these last 3? The only way to get Poipole is by defeating every Ultra Beast in Dynamax Adventures. But I'm trying to save all my Ultra Beasts and Legendaries in Dynamax Adventures so I could shiny hunt them for a big video. I'm not even sure if Volcanion has ever officially been released outside of a mystery gift. And Walking Wake had 2 different Terror Raid events in Scarlet Violet that I did not play. So 2 out of my final 3 Pokemon were limited. But luckily, I have a YouTuber friend, Galax, who is willing to trade me these last 3 Pokemon. So I want to give a huge shout out to Galax. His link will be down in the description for you guys to go check him out. He's a shiny hunter just like me, and he streams pretty much every day. So go check him out. There's Boyple.
One down.
One down. 2 more to go.
It's funny because my Pokemon Home subscription ran out yesterday. I renewed it.
What happens if you like your subscription runs out, but you still have Pokemon in the paid boxes?
You only have access to one box, and it's only the last 30 Pokemon that you put in. It's your most recent deposited ones.
So the other Pokemon are just locked until you pay again.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of dumb.
It is stupid.
Because then they're literally just locked forever until you pay again.
Oh, you haven't been paid, little Timmy, yet? Oh, too bad. You're Volcanion and stuck in Pokemon Home. Pay up or leave.
They're literally holding your Pokemon hostage.
I'm surprised you haven't gone Walking Wake. Or what? Do you play Violet, I think, right?
I'm on Scarlet. I just didn't play the event.
Oh, damn, really? They had it happen like 3 times.
Yeah, and I didn't play any of them.
Damn.
Let's go, Walking Wake. 1 more to go.
Last but not least, funny Steam man.
And just like that, 1,025 Pokemon. Now I just gotta register them.
Awesome, let's go. Now you get Magearna, dude. I got mine by accident.
That's the biggest flex ever, though. Getting it on accident. Catching all the Pokemon on accident. All right, I'm sending over Walking Wake and Volcanion now. Just gotta save, and my dex is finished. Your boxes have been saved. And just like that, I have my Pokedex finished in Pokemon Home.
Let's go. Like and subscribe. You better do it.
And shout out to Galix for helping me out with this.
Hey, I don't know what to say. This is my first time doing this.
Same. Now that my home dex is officially 100% completed, it is now time to hop on the Pokemon Home app and claim my reward for finishing my dex. Gift for completing the National Pokedex. Screenshot that. To celebrate registering so many Pokemon and completing the National Pokedex from number 1 to number 890, you'll be gifted a Magearna 890. That's interesting. So the Sword Shield DLC and all of Gen 9 is not included in yet. 890 is Eternatus. So to actually get this Magearna, you don't need to finish your full dex. You just have to finish everything from Gen 1 to 8, not including the DLCs for Gen 8. That's very weird. Well, it doesn't matter because I still wanted to actually catch them all. Now let's claim this Magearna. And now we have the Pokemon Home pattern Magearna. Let's see this thing in game. Wow, that looks so good in Sword Shield. A ribbon for cherishing a special memory. That's really cool. Oh, look at this guy. That's so sick. This is not a shiny, by the way. There's a lot of people confused out there who think this is shiny Magearna. Shiny Magearna is like a really cool chrome. This is just a different pattern that you get for finishing your decks. Let's see what this guy looks like in battle. Pokemon Home pattern Magearna. And that, my friends, is what happens when you catch them all. Pokemon, gotta catch them all.